Gentlemen, let's face it, getting older is inevitable, but that doesn't mean you have to accept a decline in your health. For men over 50, maintaining your sexual and overall health is crucial, and it all starts with understanding your body's needs. You may have heard the phrase, use it or lose it, but let's take that further and ask, what can you do to keep your health intact and avoid common pitfalls as you age? Now, here's a shocking statistic for you. According to the American Urological Association, about 50% of men over the age of 50 will experience some form of erectile dysfunction. And that's not just about performance in the bedroom. That's about the overall health of your sexual organs and how they function as you age. This makes it essential to be extra mindful of how you take care of yourself as the years go by. In this video, we're going to focus specifically on the things you should never do to your penis after 50. You might be thinking, what could I possibly be doing wrong? Well, a lot of men unknowingly engage in habits that harm their sexual health without even realizing it. The good news? These bad habits are preventable, and with a little effort, you can make sure you're giving your body the best chance to stay in top shape as you get older. So, stick with me until the end, because we're diving deep into 10 crucial habits that could be seriously damaging your health and what you can do about it. Trust me, this is important. And the sooner you start taking action, the better. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button if you're new here. I cover essential topics to help you live a healthier, stronger life as a man. And hey, if you're finding value in this content, don't forget to hit the like button too. It really helps us out and makes sure we bring you even more tips. All right, let's jump into the first thing you should never do after 50. Ignore your regular checkups. Now, I know most of us guys can be a bit stubborn when it comes to going to the doctor, but here's the hard truth. Skipping your checkups can be a huge mistake. For starters, men over 50 are at increased risk for certain conditions like prostate issues, erectile dysfunction, and even more serious problems like penile cancer. The fact is, many of these conditions don't have obvious symptoms in the early stages. You might feel fine, maybe a little slower or more tired than usual, but that doesn't mean everything's working as it should down there. Regular checkups with a urologist or your primary care doctor can catch potential problems before they become serious. For example, prostate cancer is one of the most common cancers in men over 50, but it often develops without symptoms. By getting checked regularly, you're making sure your doctor can monitor any changes and help you stay ahead of the game. A simple blood test, a prostate exam, or a physical exam might feel awkward, but trust me, they could save your life. And for those who may be thinking, but I don't feel anything wrong, why bother? Here's the thing. Early detection is often the difference between an easily treatable condition and something more serious that could affect your quality of life. Take action. Schedule your annual checkup and make sure your doctor is keeping track of your urological health. Don't put it off. It's the one thing you can control. Let's talk about something we all know isn't good for us: alcohol and smoking. Now, I get it. A cold beer or a nice glass of wine feels great, and a cigarette might give you a brief moment of relief. But here's the thing. After 50, these habits can seriously mess with your sexual health. And that's not something you want to mess with. Alcohol, for example, might lower your inhibitions, but it also reduces blood flow to your penis, making it harder to get and maintain an erection. Chronic drinking can lead to long-term erectile dysfunction, ED. And we're not just talking about the occasional indulgence here, we're talking about heavy, regular drinking. Studies have shown that excessive alcohol use significantly increases the likelihood of ED, and at a certain point, it can cause irreversible damage to your vascular system, affecting your overall circulation and sexual function. And what about smoking? Well, that's another big one. The nicotine in cigarettes constricts your blood vessels and reduces blood flow to crucial areas, including your penis. Over time, this can lead to difficulties getting an erection or even cause permanent damage. The problem here is that smoking affects your circulatory system, which is essential for good sexual health. The less blood flow to your penis, the more likely it is you'll face issues in the future. What you can do: cut back on drinking, or even better, quit smoking altogether. You don't have to go cold turkey, but be conscious of how often and how much you indulge. Your body will thank you in the long run, and your sexual health will certainly improve. Section 4. Overuse of erectile dysfunction medication, 9 to 12. Now, I know this one might be a bit touchy for some of you, but it's something that needs to be addressed. When men hit their 50s, it's common to experience a dip in sexual performance, and for many, erectile dysfunction medications like Viagra or Cialis seem like the solution. But here's the thing. Overuse or dependence on these medications is not the answer. While ED meds can certainly be helpful, they don't fix the underlying cause of erectile dysfunction. If you're relying on them all the time, you're not addressing the root issue. Erectile dysfunction can be a symptom of poor circulation, hormonal imbalance, or even psychological stress. Medications mask the problem without fixing it. If you find that you're needing ED meds on a regular basis, it might be time to talk to your doctor about underlying health conditions that could be at play. Is it high blood pressure? Low testosterone? Anxiety? Your urologist can help identify what's really going on and offer treatments that go beyond just masking the symptoms. What to do instead? Focus on improving your overall health. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and stress management can all contribute to better sexual function. Talk to your doctor to explore the root causes and only use medication when it's absolutely necessary, under the guidance of a professional. The final thing you should never do is ignore your diet and exercise. And I'm not just talking about weight loss or vanity. I'm talking about how the foods you eat and how active you are play a huge role in maintaining your sexual health as you age. As you get older, your metabolism slows down, and maintaining a healthy weight becomes even more critical. Obesity and poor diet can lead to a variety of health problems that impact your penis directly, like heart disease, diabetes, and hypertension. These conditions all restrict blood flow, and that means your ability to get or maintain an erection can suffer. Exercise, on the other hand, increases blood flow, reduces stress, and boosts your overall well-being. Regular physical activity strengthens your heart, improves circulation, and helps keep your testosterone levels stable. Whether it's walking, swimming, or weight training, find an activity that works for you and stick with it. What you can do: start by making small changes. Swap out processed foods for healthier options like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Try to aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate exercise most days of the week. Your sexual health and general well-being will improve as a result. All right, gentlemen, here's a big one: stress. Now, I know life can get overwhelming, especially as you get older. You've got work, relationships, family obligations, and just the general weight of living in today's world. But here's something you might not know. Stress is one of the biggest silent killers of your sexual health, particularly after 50. When you're stressed, your body releases a hormone called cortisol. This hormone is necessary for survival. It helps you deal with short-term stress. But when cortisol levels stay elevated for extended periods of time, they can have a damaging effect on your testosterone levels. And we all know that testosterone is crucial for your sexual function and overall well-being. But here's the kicker: elevated cortisol can not only affect your libido, but it can also contribute to erectile dysfunction and other sexual health issues. Let me ask you this: when was the last time you took a breather? Really just relaxed and focused on yourself? Stress doesn't just affect your mind, it affects your body too. It can impair circulation, damage your vascular system, and make it harder to enjoy life or intimacy in general. Real-life example: one of my good friends in his late 50s was constantly dealing with stress at work, running around with family obligations, and never really taking time for himself. Over time, he noticed a drop in his libido, and it eventually led to issues in the bedroom. It wasn't until he started practicing mindfulness, went on regular walks, and learned to say no to things that didn't serve him that he started noticing a difference in his energy levels and his performance. The good news: stress management is one of the most underestimated yet powerful ways to protect your sexual health. You don't need to do yoga or meditate for hours, though you can if that works for you. The simple act of taking time for yourself, engaging in activities you enjoy, or just slowing down can help you restore balance in your life and reduce the negative impact of stress. What you can do: start by acknowledging your stress and taking steps to manage it. Whether it's through deep breathing exercises, taking regular breaks, enjoying a hobby, or even seeking professional help if needed, make mental health a priority. This will benefit both your mind and your body, including your sexual health. The final mistake I want to discuss today is skipping hydration and sleep. You may think of these as simple factors, but trust me, they are critical to your overall health, especially as you age. Let's talk about hydration first. Your body is about 60% water, and that water is essential for nearly every function in your body. When you're dehydrated, your blood volume decreases, which can result in poor circulation. And what happens when circulation is compromised? Well, it affects your ability to perform sexually. If you're not drinking enough water, your body is not functioning at its best, and that includes your sexual organs. Real-life example. A study published in the International Journal of Impotence Research found that men who were well hydrated reported better sexual function compared to those who didn't drink enough water. This is because hydration affects blood flow, which is key for erections. Now let's talk about sleep. Did you know that sleep plays a massive role in maintaining your testosterone levels? If you're not getting enough rest, your testosterone levels drop. This can affect your energy levels, libido, and sexual function. Plus, poor sleep is often linked to weight gain, increased stress, and even depression, all of which can hurt your sexual health. Real-life example. A colleague of mine in his early 50s wasn't sleeping well, and he noticed that his energy levels were constantly low. This led to lower testosterone, which in turn caused problems in the bedroom. Once he made sleep a priority, getting 7 to 8 hours of quality rest per night, his energy and libido started improving. What you can do: drink more water and make sure you're staying hydrated throughout the day. Aim for at least 6 to 8 cups of water daily, and try to include hydrating foods like fruits and vegetables. As for sleep, establish a consistent sleep schedule, create a relaxing bedtime routine, and aim for at least 7 hours of sleep per night. Your body and your penis will thank you. Now let's talk about pelvic floor exercises. You've probably heard the term Kegels before, but let me tell you, if you think they're only for women, you're missing out on a critical part of maintaining your sexual health after 50. Pelvic floor muscles play a huge role in your ability to get and maintain an erection. These muscles support your bladder, bowels, and of course, your sexual organs. But as you age, these muscles can weaken, and that can lead to a number of issues, including erectile dysfunction, reduced sexual satisfaction, and even incontinence. Here's the thing: most men don't realize that they too can benefit from strengthening these muscles. Just like any other muscle group in your body, the pelvic floor muscles can be trained and strengthened through regular exercise. These exercises are simple, easy to do, and can be done in the privacy of your own home, or even while you're sitting at your desk. The benefits of pelvic floor exercises for men include improved erectile function. Stronger pelvic floor muscles help increase blood flow to the penis, which makes it easier to get and keep an erection. Better orgasm quality. By strengthening these muscles, many men report more intense orgasms and increased sexual satisfaction. Reduced risk of incontinence. As you age, the muscles that control your bladder can weaken. Pelvic floor exercises can help prevent or reduce urinary incontinence. Now, you might be wondering, how do I do these exercises? It's simple. To locate your pelvic floor muscles, imagine that you're trying to stop the flow of urine midstream. The muscles you engage to do this are the ones you want to target. Once you identify them, simply contract the muscles for a few seconds, then relax for a few seconds. Repeat this 10 to 15 times, 2 to 3 times per day. Over time, you'll notice stronger, more reliable control, and better sexual health overall. What you can do: Start incorporating pelvic floor exercises into your daily routine. It doesn't take long, and the benefits for your sexual and urinary health are absolutely worth it. Remember, a stronger pelvic floor equals a better sexual experience, better performance, and a better quality of life. And here we are with our final piece of the puzzle: mental health and relationship dynamics. It might not be the first thing you think about when discussing men's health after 50, but it's a critical factor in your sexual health. As we age, our mental health can sometimes take a back seat to the physical issues we face. But let me tell you, your mind has a powerful impact on your body. Stress, anxiety, depression, and even unresolved emotional issues can negatively impact your sexual function. It's like a mental block that can make it harder for you to be present and enjoy intimacy. Additionally, the dynamics of your relationships can play a huge role in your sexual satisfaction. As we age, relationships can change, sometimes in ways we don't expect. Communication about your desires, anxieties, and needs in the bedroom becomes more important than ever. Men over 50 may experience changes in libido or sexual function, and it's essential to have open, supportive conversations with your partner. Real-life example: a close friend of mine was experiencing performance anxiety in his late 50s. He wasn't sure how to talk to his partner about his concerns, so he started internalizing the stress. Over time, this only made things worse. Once he opened up about his fears and had a heart-to-heart conversation with his wife, not only did his anxiety decrease, but their intimacy and sexual relationship improved dramatically. What you can do: first, take care of your mental health. This could mean seeking therapy, practicing mindfulness, or even talking to a friend or partner about your concerns. A lot of guys bottle things up, but emotional well-being is just as important as physical health. Secondly, strengthen your relationship by maintaining open, honest communication. Talk to your partner about your needs, desires, and any fears you may have. Relationships thrive on connection, and so does your sexual health. So, let's recap. As we've discussed today, there are several critical habits and behaviors that men over 50 should avoid if they want to maintain optimal sexual health. Let's run through the key points. Regular checkups with your urologist or primary care doctor are a must. Early detection can save you from serious issues down the road. Cut back on alcohol and smoking. Both are major contributors to erectile dysfunction and can negatively affect your sexual health. Don't overuse ED medications. Instead, focus on finding and treating the underlying causes of erectile dysfunction. Prioritize diet and exercise. What you put into your body and how active you are directly impacts your sexual health. Manage stress. Elevated stress levels can wreak havoc on your libido and performance, so find ways to keep your mental health in check. Hydration and sleep. Your body needs both to perform at its best. Don't skip out on water and rest. Pelvic floor exercises can improve erectile function, orgasm intensity, and reduce urinary incontinence. Pay attention to your mental health and relationships. Both are key to sustaining a healthy sex life as you age. By avoiding these common mistakes, you'll be giving yourself the best chance at maintaining a healthy and fulfilling sex life well into your 50s and beyond. All right, guys, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let me know which tip you're going to try first. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more health and wellness tips tailored just for you. Share this video with your friends and family. They'll thank you for it. Don't forget to check out our next video on maintaining muscle mass after 50. Trust me, it's going to be another game changer. Stay healthy, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, gentlemen, let's wrap this up. Today, we've covered a lot of ground. Some of it might have been eye-opening, and some of it might have made you rethink certain habits. But here's the bottom line. Your sexual health is directly tied to the decisions you make every day, especially as you get older. If you're over 50, it's essential to make proactive choices that safeguard both your physical and mental well-being. Let's quickly recap the most important takeaways. Regular checkups are not just a suggestion, they're a necessity. Catching any underlying health conditions early could make all the difference in your overall health and your sexual performance. Alcohol and smoking, while they may seem like quick fixes or stress relievers, are long-term enemies of your sexual health. Cutting back on these habits will have a significant positive impact on your vitality and sexual function. Don't just rely on ED medications. Sure, they can help in the moment, but addressing the root causes of erectile dysfunction, whether it's stress, diet, or circulation issues, will give you longer-lasting results. Stress management and mental health play a huge role. Chronic stress affects your testosterone, circulation, and ability to enjoy intimacy. Prioritizing mental well-being is just as important as your physical health. Hydration and sleep are two of the most basic yet crucial components of your health. They impact everything from circulation to hormone regulation. Make sure you're getting enough rest and staying hydrated to keep things running smoothly. Pelvic floor exercises, don't ignore them. They're easy to do, and they can have a significant impact on erectile function, orgasm quality, and overall sexual health. Finally, relationships matter. Communication with your partner, being emotionally open, and building a strong support system will enhance both your mental health and your sexual health. Don't underestimate the power of a healthy relationship. And there you have it, guys. If you found this video useful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. What's the one thing you're going to start doing differently after watching this? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future health tips that'll help you live your best life. If you know someone who could benefit from this information, share the video with them. Let's keep the conversation going and help more guys stay in the best shape of their lives.